Hey Jinx, what are your thoughts on the Fermi paradox?
It means, where are all the aliens? And I personally think that Runeterra is an ant farm set up as some alien high schooler's science project.
Wow, that's really out there.
And what do you think, Time Boy?
I think the answer is the simplest solution. There are no civilized aliens in the galaxy.
Yeah, Ekko. You seriously believe that? You've been to several universes, yet concede at other planets.
You know how I said the Z drive takes you through a fourth dimension? And how our universes are like flat circles stacked in a sphere? Well, the multiverse isn't just random noise. Similar to how taking one step doesn't change your landscape, jumping only a few universes over lands you in a universe very similar to yours. So it makes perfect sense that every universe we've been to had civilizations.
Damn, I love listening to you yap, but holy shit, how do you always explain everything? Excuse you? Not nerd enough? Ekko?
Well,
I spent 2 hours ranting about pyrotechnic chemistry last night. That's not nerdy enough?
as they say, there is no understanding of chemistry without physics.
Fantastic idea! Ekko, I'm gonna crush you.
We shall see.
All right, little man. Let's see what you've got.
Yeah, your new model hasn't broken yet.
You guys hear that?
Fantastic. Good to know it's working.
Oh god, they've got the tea
Keep
drinker!
getting better.
Appreciate the work, homie.
Hey Vi.
Little man. Powder. Wait. What in the actual flying fuck?
I thought that kid offed herself.
What?
Long story. Short version is she's from another universe.
You seriously did a Rick and Morty to have a kid?
More like a multiverse of madness.
Stop being meta.
Why didn't you two just make a new kid?
Shut the fuck up!
Come on, Kate. They are clearly confused and insecure about their feelings for each other.
That
I'm
is a
gonna
lie.
kill myself.
I don't care if that's a good or bad thing. The Smurf loses.
There's a pipe bomb under your bed.
All right, Isha. That is why we're here after all. Cupcake.
Ekko, what is that big doohickey?
It's a miniature particle accelerator.
But normally those are 100-mile-long tubes wrapped in a big circle.
Why are we accelerating particles?
By incorporating a similar mechanism to the one I used to create the anomaly in the Z drive, I was able to make a tiny black hole by dumping a ludicrous amount of energy into a single point. So basically there is a length under which our understanding of physics breaks down called the Planck length. A photon of light with a wavelength smaller than this will form a black hole.
Oh, I've read about this. A black hole formed from energy is called a Kugel blitz.
Are we sure Jace isn't the nerd here?
I don't know. My brain already hurts.
You could in theory get this from black body radiation, but it's not really practical. So what my machine does is points gamma ray lasers at one point. Rather than getting one photon with a Planck wavelength, you can cram several longer wavelength photons in a single point and it will still form a Kugel blitz.
Wait, won't a black hole cause the end of the world or something?
No. His are probably so small that they evaporate into Hawking radiation almost immediately.
Even if it didn't, and it fell through the planet, it's so small that it would just pass through atoms without actually sucking anything up.
Anyways, once I have a black hole, I can fire particles at it, and they will accelerate as close to the speed of light as I want. All I have to do is determine how close to the event horizon they get before colliding. With this device, we can revolutionize our understanding of particle physics and solve quantum gravity.
Bravo! This is truly one of the inventions of all time.
I'm so confused.
I can't wait to see Jinx try and fail to top that.
I built a rocket!
Of course you did.
Normally solid rocket boosters use aluminum powder as fuel and ammonium perchloride as oxidizer. This is fine, but I wanted to spice mine up a bit.
This is where the fun begins.
One of the byproducts of this reaction is molten aluminum oxide. It's cool because it's literally melted sapphire. But not cool because it reduces the specific impulse, or ISP, of the rocket. That basically means fuel efficiency. Anyways, That's why I considered using lithium.
Lithium!
What's wrong with lithium?
Relax, goobers. I didn't end up using it. It may have higher energy density, and its oxides may be lighter, but it explodes when it comes into contact with water. That's inconvenient, so I decided to use boron.
You're a boron.
Holy fucking shit.
Every goddamn time.
As I was saying, boron has a higher energy density than aluminum or lithium, so it's what I'm using for my demonstration.
You're doing a demonstration.
Anyways, boron's downsides are that it makes lots of slag, which I can't really fix. Also, it usually doesn't burn all the way through. So to overcome this, I added lithium fluoride to the mix. That donates fluorine, which reacts with the boron's oxide layer, allowing more to combust. Lastly, it's hard to ignite. I use an electric arc to ignite it. It gets over 10,000 degrees. Hot enough to ionize air, and more than hot enough to ignite my boron. Plus it's sick as fuck. Check out what happens when I crank the power. Touch that, and you will die. I also considered changing the oxidizer to hydrozinium nitroformate.
The words you're using are too big for me.
Burning ammonium perchlorate releases hydrochloric acid fumes. HNF releases nitrogen oxides, which are nastier to your lungs but cleaner for the water cycle.
Actually, according to my calculations, both are all around nasty toxic chemicals, just in different ways.
HNF is also super unstable and carcinogenic, overall a nightmare chemical and not worth the trouble. Despite lower energy density, I'm using the perchlorate as oxidizer.
Well, that was way more about solid rocket fuel than I wanted to know.
My head's gonna explode.
This is what I have to deal with every time I see this girl.
You love it!
Ah, my head.
And Mommy Longlegs has woken up just in time for liftoff.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look at it go!
Good job, Jinx.
That's not supposed to happen. Oh shit. Oh fuck. No, don't go that way.
No, why?
This is not gonna look good.
Poopsie poopsie.
Jinx, you fucking piece of shit.
Jesus,
you
No.
blew up the
Oh my
goddamn
God.
council
Do
Do you
tower
have any
again.
Why
idea
is
how
it
Everyone
always
shut the
wrong
fuck up.
rockets?
It was an accident.
Accident my balls.
This
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter
when
when
it's
it's
happening.
menace
Now
to
she should
everyone
have to deal with the
miles apart.
consequences.
Shut up! How is this helping anything?
Ekko, stop covering for your snow bunny.
I don't care what he says. I'm throwing Jinx in Stillwater.
No, you're not.
And I'm taking the child to CPS.
Kate, be reasonable.
Jinx having a kid is what's unreasonable.
Jinx, Isha, get on the hoverboard.
Where do you three think you're going?
Come on. We'll be safe once we cross the river.
Get back here, motherfuckers.
Fucking shit.
Well, they are gone. Guess Ekko won't mind me taking what the... Hopefully that won't have repercussions.
Meanwhile,
What just happened? Hey, this place looks like it wants to be the 51st American state.
later.
Okay, I finally got Isha to sleep.
That's good.
Are you okay?
No. I ruin everything I get close to. We're all probably gonna get shot on sight if we set foot topside again. And I probably killed several people today. All because I took a stupid competition too far.
Jinx is gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. I promise we'll find a way to work this out.
I really hope so.